is late. This is very late and I'm very, very sorry. So today I am going to be doing my addictions. Yes, I am so sorry that this is late. I do this video every month and I've been so busy this month, but I am doing it now. This month's my addiction is, as I said in my Got 7 Just Right cupcake video, MARKSON.
I'm addicted to you, hooked on your love like a powerful drug.
Yes, MARKSON. I am obsessed with MARKSON and I have been obsessed with MARKSON for so long. And so that's why it's my addictions for this month. MARKSON is the ship name for Mark Twain and Jackson Wang. Oh yeah! These two beautiful men are from the K-pop group Got 7. They are amazing. My OTP, I love them to bits. I love all of Got 7, but MARKSON is just like, oh my gosh. Starting things off, my favourite videos, the only videos I really have found of MARKSON, just MARKSON, aside from all the fan-made ones, which I love them. I love them so much, but there were way too many for me to like narrow them down to my favourites. So I'm just mentioning the one show that is all about MARKSON, and that is ASC After School Club, the after show, MARKSON show. Yeah, so the show After School Club, which I have mentioned, is amazing. I love it so much. It's in English, they translate, and they have bands and people on who don't speak English or don't speak English very well. So with MARKSON, they've had the honour of having their own show once every so often. These shows are all in English. They do throw in a little bit of Korean. So I'm just going to mention one or a couple of my favourite parts from each of the seasons. Seasons are basically each show, basically. So it starts off with MARKSON, and then they've got about 10-15 minutes just as MARKSON. They're the MCs. They bring on the usual MCs, which are Eric, Jimin and Kevin. Even though Kevin's only been the MC for I think one of the MARKSON shows. MARKSON show season 1. My favourite part was the opening. The opening was amazing because they had like the cue cards which have the script written on it in front of their faces, and then they just went. It's so cute. I love the first episode. I love all of it. It was just so cute. They were shy, as shy as Jackson can be, and it was just so cute. It was adorable. I love them. MARKSON show season 2, opening again. It was just, I love the openings for all of the videos, really. They're just so fun. I'm so sorry if I like say the wrong thing for the wrong episode, because it's all just like meshing into one for me, because I wrote all of my favourite parts. I had written all of these things down and ready and memorised it for like 2 weeks ago to film, and the opening for that one, that was brilliant. Oh, and MARKSON show season 2 is also known as episode 80. MARKSON show season 3, the MCs got them to do a friendship test. Also, like, it was a Valentine's Day one. So Jackson had a rose in his hair and they were throwing roses, and it was just amazing. Friendship test, and so each of them was asked a question about the other one, and if they got the answer right, then they got to hug it out, bromance. And if they got it wrong, then they got to hit the other person with a pyong hammer. This is what a pyong hammer looks like, BG dubs, if you didn't know what it was. It's basically like one of those rubber toy hammers. The questions that Eric asked Jackson about Mark. So one of the questions that was asked to Jackson was, what makes Mark hyper? And Jackson went, 3, 2, 1, Jackson. And Mark hit him with the pyong hammer. And then Mark went, what's the answer? I don't even know the answer to that. I just wanted to hit him. What's Mark's biggest phobia? Jackson went 3, 2, 1, Jackson. And got hit with the pyong hammer again. Which got 7 member comforts Mark the most? And Jackson went 3, 2, 1, Jackson, and then got up and hid under the desk. And Mark's just like, yeah, that's right, that's right. And then they got to hug it out, and it was amazing. Then, of course, right at the end of the episode, Jackson went right up to the camera and yelled, "MARKSON forever!" And I agree with you there. MARKSON forever. MARKSON Show Season 4. They were asked the question, what were your first impressions of each other? I'm pretty sure that was in this one. Mark's first impression of Jackson was, why is he asking so many questions? And then Jackson's first impression of Mark was, why isn't he answering my questions? Why isn't he answering my questions? And then they were asked another question, what's the last thing that you say to each other before you go to bed? Because they're roommates, they live in the same room in the dorm. And Mark goes, hey Jackson, can you turn off the light? And Jackson goes, and then I say, shut up, Mark. They were asked, do you actually like MARKSON ship? Like, do you actually like being shipped together? And Jackson grabbed Mark's face and pulled it right to his face and like was shaking him like that, going, oh, of course we love each other, right? And let go, and Mark just lost it. He just went face from the into the camera, like looking at the MCs, going like, oh my god, what? And they were also asked to express their love for each other using their body, and Jackson asked if he could use his mouth. And so the MCs were just like, oh my gosh, step away from Mark. Jackson's just like, no, I was gonna say I love you, I love you. Oh my goodness. And also they had a hug. They hugged. It was a massive hug. Mark's legs went around Jackson's waist and bashed into the wall and broke the set. Some of my favourite parts in those. There's also episode 144. But I can't remember what happened in that because all of them are just like blending together. I'm sorry guys. Running jokes on ASC MARKSON Show. One of them is that all of the fans love Mark the most. So whenever they're on Hangout, I love you, Mark! I love you, Mark! And Jackson just stood up and was like, alright, what that? Like, oh my gosh, really? Really? And then Eric got into it as well. It's like, oh my god, you love Mark? You love Mark? What about Jackson, huh? What about me? What about Eric Nam? You don't love us? Second running thing, Jackson and Eric. Every time Jackson gets the chance, oh my god, Eric! Shut up, Eric! Oh my god, Eric! Shut up! Oh my god, shut up, Eric! Eric! This is like a really bad impression of Jackson, guys. I'm so sorry. I love it. And the final video I'm going to be talking about a snippet of ASC Awards show. MARKSON won Best Couple! Skype them in. So how are you going to celebrate winning this like award? And Jackson said, I'm gonna go and eat with Mark. And Eric asks, oh okay, what are you having? And Jackson goes, why do you care? This is like true, like why do you care? Although Mark's just like barbecue. So we're like, way to go, Mark. Once again, I don't have a bias. I'm pretty sure there's only one K-pop band that I do actually have a bias in. See if you can guess which band and which member. I will give you a clue. It is actually a band, so they actually play instruments. If you can guess who that person and which band that person is from is in the comments below. You'll be getting a shout out and a massive virtual hug from me. I love them both. I don't have any songs because MARKSON don't have songs just with MARKSON. Which I mean, if they were to come out with like an EP, I would buy it. There are a lot of people who would buy that, probably. So, if you want to like do something like that, maybe. Reasons why I love them really quickly. They're so talented. They are so talented. They both rap, they both speak English, they both speak Korean, they both speak Mandarin. I'm pretty sure. I know Jackson speaks Mandarin. Dancing is amazing. Amazing. Girls, 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 their debut song. Mark just freaking slow-mo cartwheel and then an actual cartwheel, and then both Mark and Jackson just cartwheeling with no hands, and oh my gosh, they're hilarious. Of course Jackson is freaking hilarious. It's Jackson. Wang puppy. Which brings me to how freaking cute and adorable are they, and attractive. I mean, just oh, I love them so much. The bromance, of course, the bromance. Despite what they may think, I think they have rubbed off on each other from spending so much time together. I think Mark has come out of his shell a lot since they debuted, and I think Jackson has learnt to calm down a bit in times where he needs to. I just love them so much, and I don't want them to ever change. I love Markson to bits. They're my OTP. Papa Twan, Mark's dad, Raymond Twan, who is Twitter famous. He's so funny. He's so funny and sassy. He replies to tweets that he gets from fans with so much sass. It's hilarious. And I can probably make an entire video just on Papa Twan, Raymond Twan, and I will most likely be doing that sometime in the future because he is amazing. For this week, let me know what your favourite Markson moment is. If you have a bias from Markson, just fangirl about Markson or GOT7 or anything really. I like and or reply to basically every comment, so do that. If you have requests for videos or requests for videos that you would like me to react to, put them down in the comments and I will do that. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will talk to you this Saturday. Curvy face. Ciao guys.